Hi guys, so I've been seeing a lot of rage quitting, mean-spirited videos after Wednesday's Arrow episode, and I mean, those people are definitely entitled to their opinion. However, I'm also entitled to mine, and I would really like to make a video to talk about those feelings that I have personally that are pro-Olicity, and may come off as anti-loyalist. I'm not going to be focusing more on that. I'm going to be focusing more on just the aftermath of what happened on Wednesday and like with the fandom and everything. And I just wanted to kind of talk about that kind of stuff and just kind of show people my side of the story, like what I feel about this and everything. And so if spoiler, there's going to be spoilers for 418, the episode 159 that happened on Wednesday. There are very major spoilers in this. So if you do not like that and you don't want that, please, just X out of this, go back, watch it, whatever. Just don't, I don't want to see a bunch of comments in the comment section be like, oh, you spoiled it. So why'd you spoil it for me? I didn't get to watch the episode. Well, one more to you now. Just, please. And second of all, this is going to be pro-Felicity smoke, and some of it, I'm not really going to focus on my feelings for Laurel, even though they may or may not be exactly positive. So I'm just warning you right now, this may come up as an anti-Laurel Lance post, but I just wanted to tell you guys right now, so if you guys aren't okay with that, that's fine. Click out of the video, watch something else, I don't care. I just don't really want to see a bunch of comments in here about how I said something when I warned you guys I was going to say something along those lines. Like, you're telling your own opinion, that's fine. You can whatever you want. I just don't want you guys to be upset about something I warned you I was going to say or spoil or whatever. Like, you can disagree with me, that's fine. You can agree with me, that's fine. Whatever you want to do. I just don't want to hear a bunch of, oh, you spoiled this for me, I didn't get to watch the episode or whatever. Like, yeah, sorry. Alright, so I wanted to give you that time to X out and choose what you want to do, and so now we're going to get into it. Alright, so just to recap a little bit, on Wednesday night, Laurel Lance, aka Black Canary, died on Arrow. She was, Damien Dark killed her, and from what all the interviews I've read these past months about the death, it is a permanent death. Now, they got the Lazarus pit just so to prove it. Hey, guys, this is a permanent death. Now, could I be wrong? Sure. Could they say, you know what, like, we're just gonna bring her back or whatever? Sure, yeah, they've done that with other people a lot. And half the people on the show who died have stayed dead. R.I.P. Tommy. Never over that. But the other half have come back, like Malcolm and Sarah, and they was kind of dead, and then she kind of came back in the episode. It's really, but anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to kind of talk about this. After the episode aired, I started seeing a lot of hatred. Now, I understand there are Laurel Lance fans that were gonna be like really upset and really mad and pissed off and everything. I get that. But oh my gosh, guys, the hate that I saw, it was not just toward like the writers saying like, oh, well, oh gosh, why'd you do that? I'm never watching the show again. Like, those kind of comments, right? Like, these comments were literally death threats. They were like things I saw one account made a poll about like what they wanted to do, the writers, and like it was all like kill them and every like negative stuff. And I saw people in my fandom, who I follow on Twitter, have been getting horrible comments and getting like just nasty things sent to them left and right, and that are just not okay to send to a person. Like, it doesn't matter who you ship, you should not be doing this. And I'm not saying everyone in the Olicity fandom is perfect, okay? I'm not going to say that there hasn't been any Olicity fans that I have thought, okay, guys, that's too far, don't say that, or why are you believing in this, or why are you doing that, or whatever. Like, I'm not saying that every Olicity fan is perfect. However, the Laurel Lance fandom right now, and I'm not trying to say, oh, every Laurel Lance fandom person is doing this, everyone in the Laurel Lance fandom is doing. No, it's not everyone Laurel Lance fandom. There are some things I've seen where people are doing positive things, like saying they aren't happy with the show and they may or may not continue watching, but they're doing things like they're making tributes to Laurel, or they're doing just writing out like why they liked her and everything like that. And I can respect that. Like, if you like a character and you want to do some positive show and everything, and even if you're mad about like their death and everything, and you want to say, oh, I'm upset about this or whatever, that's fine. However, giving death threats to people is not okay. Saying some of these horrible, horrendous things to other people who have written this show for you, carries you off so much, that is not okay. Okay, there are a lot of shows that I've watched that went downhill, like, over the years, that I loved at the beginning, and then I just kind of either tolerated or didn't like near the end. And you want to know what I did? I just stopped watching. I didn't rage quit. I didn't do anything like that. I didn't start sending death threats to certain showrunners or anything. I just quit them. I said my piece. I said I was maybe upset about something or not or whatever, but that's what I did. And if you want to write a long, lengthy post or make a video about how much you love Laurel and Olicity or whatever, like, fine, you can do that. You have the right to do that. I'm not going to stop you from doing that, of course. However, I wanted to just show also my opinion on the side of the story, which is that Olicity and Felicity are, one, not the reasons for Laurel's death, despite some people's opinions, and two, Felicity is not an awful bad character now because she shows her emotions. Number three, Olicity did not kill anything on this show, okay? As a matter of fact, I think it actually helped make it better. Okay, so we're just going to go back to the beginning of, let's say, season 1. Alright, here's the thing. This is where it starts to go anti-Laurel Lansing. I did not like Laurel the first episode that I saw her in. It's literally one of the first scenes you see with Oliver. She literally just says, I understand she was mad and upset about Sarah and everything. However, the first thing she says after a childhood friend and ex-boyfriend gets off an island and she thinks he has been dead for years. 5 years. She says, I hope you rot in hell a lot longer than, I would hope you rot in hell a lot longer than 5 years or whatever. That's literally one of the first things she says to him. Okay? I understood anger. I get being upset like that. But if that's the first thing you're going to say to someone who I'm supposed to ship you with, that you're supposed to be the main couple, that's not really going to help me that much at first. Like, because literally, the next thing that came to my mind the second after I saw that whole scene, like, not just that line, just like the whole scene together, I was like, oh my gosh, please don't let this girl be the love interest. Not because of anything with Katie or anything. I'm not bringing that in, Katie or any of the actors into this. What I'm saying is, they just didn't have chemistry. Now, Laurel had chemistry with Tommy, which I will be getting into later with the whole Tommy thing and what happened in 14 and something that made me a little angry, but we'll get to that. But anyway, and then you get episode 3, and Oliver walks into Felicity's cubicle and says, Felicity Smoke, hi, I'm Oliver Queen. She says, I know what you are, and she does her babbling thing, and then she gets the bullet-written laptop, and it's all uphill from there, folks. Anyway, yeah, so that happens, and that, like, literally, that scene, that wasn't even, like, a romantic scene. They never make history. That was the scene. I was like, okay, I ship you guys. You guys have romantic chemistry. you're cute together. I love you. I like you, Felicity. You're very funny. You're very nice. I like you as a character. And so yeah, that's like when I started listening. Here's the thing. The writers have said this a billion times before. I don't know how many times I can keep saying this and it doesn't seem to resonate or register with certain fans, which I don't understand. But they've literally said this 70 billion times, and I feel like at this point it's like either you accept it and you keep watching, or you say, I don't like this, and you stop watching and go and read the comics or whatever. Okay. These are based on the DC comic characters. John Berryman had a tweet yesterday literally emphasizing this point, by the way, again. This is based on the DC characters. This is based on the comic books. This is not an exact replication or exact adaptation of what happens in the comics. The reason they went with Olicity was because it was the smarter choice. It was a choice where they saw chemistry between Emily and Steven. They thought the characters, the acting had chemistry with it, and that was just the better. Felicity was a likable character, and not saying that Laurel doesn't ever fans or anything like that. Of course she does, but she's just a very likable character and someone that people really wanted to see more of. And yeah, I mean, I remember like this. I think I saw the CW president of the CW even said like, "Who is this girl? We need her back." Like, they love Emily so much. This is what I'm thinking. They went with that, and it was good. I mean, look at the people like say, "Oh, look at the ratings." Yeah, look at the ratings. The ratings are better than they were, either just as good as they were last year or better than they were last year. I know, like I think since the pilot, the first episode of season 4 had like one of the biggest ratings or amount of people watching since the pilot episode or something like that. But anyway, yeah. So Felicity, yeah. So that's what happened. It's like they just went with it, and it was a good idea. Now here's the thing: when you have characters and you go on for season after season, you're gonna get into characters and character development and how these people react to different things, how they grow, how they change, how they regress, how they do all this stuff. And for me, with Felicity's character, one of my least favorite comments that I hear all the time about Felicity's character from people that don't like Felicity is, or people who even do like Felicity but then they don't like this aspect, which I don't get, but it's, she cries too much. I don't like when she was in season 3, she was crying. She's supposed to be happy. Why isn't she happy? Okay, here's the thing. All characters, doesn't matter what your gender is, doesn't matter what your age is, good characters don't act like one specific character trait every single time. Now, the best characters are the ones that grow, the ones that develop, the ones that have their flaws, but aren't characters that are perfect all the time, or characters that just have one certain emotional trait that they do every single episode and every single second of the episode and never get to grow or change as a person. Whenever Felicity cried last season or even this season, they were all good reasons to cry. They were all reasons that I feel are appropriate to cry. This wasn't like, oh, I dropped my ice cream, I'm gonna cry over it. Like, no. This was something like character deaths. This was thinking someone you love was never gonna come back. This is being upset about, like, having injuries. This is upset about just all these different things. Thinking you were gonna die. Like, there are a bunch of different reasons why characters cry in the show. I haven't seen any of them actually, no matter who the character is, I have not seen any of those reasons be bad reasons for crying. This, like I said, this isn't like somebody, oh, no, I lost an earring, or oh no, I lost my ice cream, or some stupid reason like that. This is like character deaths. This is being scared for your future. This is like things that are valid things to cry over. This is like, and also when Felicity's upset about something, the reasons she's allowed to be upset are valid too. Like, I talked about this in my other last Olicity talk video, but this one is, like, with the breakup. She had every right to break up with someone. This was not about this. Oliver lying to her was a character flaw, but that doesn't mean you have to sit there and, if you, as a person, you don't have to sit there and take that. Okay, there could be someone who constantly does something wrong, like cheats on you. Should you stay with them because, oh, well, you're supposed to like their flaws no matter what and accept them for who they are? Yes, but there's a difference between accepting someone for something that is like something that is okay with, that is something that is good, rather than something that is just wrong no matter how you look at it, which is lying. Lying in a relationship is not a good thing. It is not something that's good. And this was a little white lie, like something like, oh yeah, I took out the garbage, or something little like that, and she broke up from. Yeah, I could see people's points of being dramatic. However, he lied about his child to her. She would have been a stepmother to a child she wouldn't have known about, and he also, while knowing about this child and lying to her about it, and gave this information to her, he also proposed her, and also, it wasn't even just about the lying. Like, even Felicity says she understood about how Samantha told him all this and everything like that. Like, told him, hey, she basically lied to her, or she wouldn't go see William. Like, that she understood even. She didn't get is he just kept making decisions without consulting her. He didn't, like, and I understand that Oliver can make his own decisions and everything like that, but this was something that, if this is something that affects you both, and you're someone's fiance, you're someone going to someone's wife, that is just something that you maybe want to talk about with your significant other. Like, maybe she wants to be included, and I get that. Being included in a relationship, yeah, a relationship's supposed to be a partnership. You're not supposed to you don't have to make every decision together, but you also, when it's like a big decision like that, like about sending them away, or deciding who to tell or not, or saying, or Oliver could have said, you know what, a lot of people already know. Malcolm already knows this could be really dangerous. Maybe I should tell Felicity so she could, like, help keep him safe, because Felicity was nowhere a threat if she knew about William. Actually, like, Malcolm was a threat to knowing about William, and Malcolm knew, and he still didn't tell Felicity, and that was not okay, because Felicity could have helped keep him safe somehow. Like, she has all this tech power and knowledge. She could have done something. Like, she could have been another eyes on the sky or something like that. It was very wrong to me that people were blaming Felicity for this, and just, that's all I want to say about that. But now let's get on to the episode or whatever. Interesting. Let's go to the 418. Let me just talk about this. In the episode, something I didn't like was when Laurel is in the hospital, and Oliver comes in, and he says, he's talking to her and everything, and she has the picture. One, I don't know actually where she got that picture. Did he give it to her at some point? How did she take it? What? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out next week, because I think there's like flashbacks or something next week. But anyway, yeah. So Yeah, so, but, Oliver, that picture, she takes out and she says something along the lines of, okay, well, Felicity is going to be your love of your life, and you love Felicity and everything like that. However, I will always love you, or something like that. And I'm just thinking, who was that guy that, risked his life to save you and died trying to save you? And he didn't save you, but died himself, at the end of season 1 during the undertaking? Remember that? Hello, remember his name? Yeah, it's Tommy Merlin. You not remember Tommy? Did you not love Tommy truly? Did you truly not love Tommy? If you didn't, you didn't even mention him. I'm thinking, Laurel, about 5 minutes, I think you're the one in the grave. So you know what? I will, Tommy is gonna be up in heaven, kind of being like, you know what? When you wake up, it's like, oh, hey, Tommy, hi. Oh, you heard that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's okay. No, I love you. He's like, okay, one. Remember how I saved you? Remember you were getting papers and I saved your life, and you said before all the times how much you loved me and everything, and how basically those were basically our last words together were I love you and everything like that. And yeah, I'm here now. Also, by the way, yeah, you had a Lazarus pit, and you didn't put me in that, but that's more the writer's fault. Anyway, let's see. Sorry, losing track of thought, but basically the point is I did not like that, and some people were blaming oh, why they have to make the last words about Laurel Olicity related. It's it wasn't about Olicity. It was about Laurel, for whatever reason, still loving Oliver or whatever and everything or whatever. They were all about relationships, over their past or whatever, and that was how it came up. It wasn't about, oh, Olicity, let's just talk about Olicity for 20 no. Some people like to think, okay? Think. Okay, this video is starting to run out, but so I just wanted to talk about that. And I've been just seeing a lot of people rage quitting, a lot of people sending hate, and I just wanted to kind of clear up this. One, guys, hate is not cool to send, especially death threats and all this stuff, to people who made a show that you guys liked. Apparently, even if you don't like it now, that's still not okay to send to anyone, no matter what they did or didn't do. That is not okay to send death threats to people, especially the writers of the show, and especially fans of another couple or fans who don't like Laurel Lance or whatever. It's perfectly acceptable, not acceptable to be doing that. So if someone's there, please just report them, come out, most likely just report them, or just don't do it yourself, okay guys? That's all I want to say about that. Second of all, Olicity has nothing to do with Laurel, okay? The only connection that Laurel and Olicity have is Laurel used to be Oliver's girlfriend. They tried that in season 1. It didn't work out. And that's that, and they haven't been touching on that since season 2. And you know what? That is fine. That is perfectly reasonable, and that is something that people should. I don't get shippers. I don't really understand people that see chemistry between them, because I just don't see the chemistry there. And I understand comic canon or whatever, but they've literally said this time and time again, they're not doing the comics. They're not doing them exactly. They're doing their own adaptation. And so I don't know what's going to get to people. That's what happens. That's it. But basically, I just want to talk about. And then just last point, Felicity's not a bad woman or not a strong woman because she cries, okay? Crying is emotion. It's what everyone does. Oliver's cried. A bunch of different people cry. People are upset on the show sometimes, people are angry on the show sometimes, and usually they have good reasons to be. And Felicity has had good reasons to be upset with Oliver, angry, crying, happy, whatever her emotions are. And she's allowed to be just that, just as every other woman character, every other man character, every other character on TV is allowed to show their emotions, okay? You may not agree with it, but it does not make you a bad character to be more than just happy and smiley all the time, okay? Just wanted to put that out there. Alright, so this video is getting pretty long, so I just wanted to just end it right there, explain my feelings to you guys about what happened with that, and how I feel like some people in certain fandoms are being pretty mean and pretty unprofessional, and how if you want to stop watching the show, that is fine. That is your decision. That's fine. Whatever. But don't just start bashing other fans, bashing the writers, bashing everyone, sending death threats, sending all these horrible things that people don't deserve to be getting just because you didn't get your way, okay? Now people are going to be like, oh, Jessica, well, Felicity died. You would be so mad. You'd probably do the same thing. If Felicity died, I would be upset. Of course, you're allowed to be upset. I understand that. I'm not saying you can't be upset about Willow's death. That is not what I'm saying at all. But however, I would not send death threats. I would never send death threats to anybody. I would never start saying I would never do anything like that. I would never start threatening other people who maybe were okay with the death or whatever. Like, I would not start doing that. I would either quit quietly, maybe say a few things on Twitter about why I wasn't happy with it, but I'm like Mark said, everyone except for like Oliver can die, okay? Like, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe if Felicity could die next season. I mean, I hope they would not do that, but if they do, I have to accept that sometimes my favorite characters, I have shows where favorite characters have died before. Okay, I've like watched shows like that, and sometimes I continue watching them for other things, and there are other things I do like besides just Felicity and besides just Olicity and everything like that, just so you know. And sometimes I stop watching them, and yeah, I write maybe like one or two things on Twitter how I'm like upset about something, but I never write directly to any fans of that plot point, or I write or directly to the writers of that show and say like, oh, I hate you guys, and oh, kill yourselves or anything like that. I would never ever do that, okay? And so that's just my piece on this. I just wanted to talk about everything that's been happening with the fandom. Please asking people to stop sending threatening things to the writers and everything. It's just not cool. I'm seeing so many tweets with that, and it's not okay. And just want to talk about my take on Olicity and Felicity and how I don't think they're ruining the show or whatever thing that people like to say you don't like them or whatever say about them. So yeah, that's it, guys. I will be doing another booktube video, by the way, soon. I will be trying to put all these in kind of like my Olicity playlist type thing. And so I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Please just comment and tell me your thoughts. I'm not going to say I agree with everyone that everyone says, or agree or disagree, whatever it is. And every single thing that everyone may or may not write below, but however, I will try to respond to everyone and see and show the best that I can, like how I feel about this certain thing or not or whatever. But yeah, so just please like, please subscribe, please comment. I want to hear what you guys have to say, what you guys think, whatever. So please just do that, and I will see you guys soon.